All right, we should be live. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Let me get my chat pulled up here and switch it off of Top Chat. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, I appreciate you coming in. I am Fishroom Fever, and that is my co-host Chattanooga Ed. I'm going to run through some quick hellos, and we'll tell everybody about ourselves a little bit, just in case you're new in here. First up, we've got Griffin Fishroom. Hello and welcome. FNS Fishroom. Aquaballs, Leslie's Aquatics, Precious Tranquility, Chewy LTD, Redfish Bluefish, William Pridemore, Mrs. Griffin Fish Room, Chappie, of course. Let's see, Don Gallagher is in the building. Cody Sun, hello and welcome. Sand Creek Aquatics, River Life, Rack, hello, my friend. Sherry Kramer is with us as well. Danikin Aquatics, 44 Mad Guy Fish and more. Dr. Black 66, Pepling Creek Aquatics, Anthony's Fishy Friends, Punchy Paints, which I still want to say Punchy Pants every time I see it. Aquariums maintained by Andy. Julie Writes on Walls, The Zen Ginger, Vinoxky's Tank, and I think, oh, nope, not quite. Almost there. Of course, it jumped on me. Right there. Aquaballs, I believe I said hello. If not, hello. Dragon Lair, hello and welcome. Priscilla MK. And down to the bottom, HC Aqua Jesse. If I missed anybody, my apologies. I appreciate you all showing up. So, Ed, if you want to tell everybody just a little bit about yourself for anybody that's new to the stream for the first time tonight.
Well, my name's Chattanooga Ed, and I love fish. I been doing fish pretty much my whole life. I had to kind of retire early a few years ago, so I've been getting I have a lot more time, so I've been getting into a lot more fish things, and and my cat just jumped up here. That throws you off when your cat does that. I don't know. I've been a little discombobulated lately. My dad had open heart surgery yesterday, and I spent 16 hours at the hospital yesterday and 16 today.
Oh, goodness. And that is rough.
Yeah, but he took 200 steps today, so that was pretty awesome.
All right.
Yeah, he had to have a heart valve put in, but he had so much calcium around the valve, they were afraid when they removed it, it would fall into his heart. So they had to cut him all away and really get in there, which is probably grosser than our normal crowd would want to hear. And I'm terribly sorry, Pam. I didn't get to watch your show last night. I was so tired. I was falling asleep during Dan's show. And did Pam change her name?
Yeah, she did.
Wow. Punchy Paints. That's pretty cool. But I'm basically here in the community to hang out with people and have fun. That's a big thing that I like to do.
All right. And for those of you that don't know, man, there's Ed's page right there. As you can see, he's got some awesome videos. I am James, known as Fishroom Fever. I currently have right at 40 aquariums, almost all freshwater, one saltwater. Do lots of breeding projects. Basically just here to enjoy the community and enjoy fish and help in any way I can. I try and, promote everybody and help everybody learn on their channels and with what I can in aquariums. I'm not the most knowledgeable aquarist there is around, but I'm always here. If you have a question, comment, or concern, feel free to reach out to me. Before we go any further, I do want to say a huge thank you, not only to the community for showing up, but also to our moderator team. I appreciate you all. You make it possible for us to do what we do as fluidly as we possibly can. So thank you all for that very much. I've tried to structure out tonight a little bit more than we normally would. So let's see how that works out. One of the things I did want to talk about are some upcoming things on the channel, Fishroom Fever channel. So I've got a lot of collaborations going. I just did a live stream with Father Fish yesterday or the day before. Forgive me. I've slept in the middle of the day because I'm working 4 a.m. shifts, so my days are a little off. But just did a collaboration with him setting up a dirted planet tank And then we've also got, just to name a few, I'm going to have Just Shrimp Granny on, Bentley Pasco, John from KG Tropicals, Mike from the Fish Tank Barn, Chris from Multi Tank Addiction, and I'm also going to have Chappie on a stream as well. That's going to be a more tech-oriented stream. So lots of fun live streams coming up, some good collaborations. And if anybody wants to come on a stream and do anything like that, I don't care how big or small your channel is, just reach out to me. You can either email me at fishroomfever@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook and get with me on Facebook Messenger, Fishroom Fever there also. So that's kind of what I've got coming up for channel plans, if you will. Ed, do you have anything coming up soon for projects?
Well, this hurt thing kind of threw me off a little.
Right, absolutely.
We've been trying to build my fish room, and I keep talking about it.
Right.
I'm going to videotape the whole process of everything. I've got the shelving. I've keep buying more and more tanks, so I'm ready with everything except my labor. Is not my dad's not the labor, but my brother-in-law is, and he's been at the hospital too. And we did a great big family day on the weekend, and then my Chiefs have been doing so good in the playoffs. I've been watching a lot of that too.
Yeah, I hear they're doing really well.
Yeah.
So let's see. Peplin Creek Aquatics says Fishroom Fever, do a live stream of Chappie setting up his first tank. I would love to do that when the time.
That would be great.
I think that would
be there for that though, because I would love to harass him during it.
Absolutely, that would be awesome. No, Chappie, you've got to move that rock, or the fish aren't going to survive. Slide that over. 3/16 of an inch, buddy. Yeah, in terms of videos I've got coming out and things that have kind of been going on around the fish room this week, I did set up some totes for bristlenose pleco fry. So I'm going to do just a brief video on that. I'm currently editing the saltwater setup video, so I'm going to have that one out this week. And then next week, I will be releasing part 3 of the Aqueon Rainforest Conservation Kit series to support Project Piaba. So those are the ones that I know that are coming out. I've got a couple other videos that I'd like to get to, such as like a massive DIY sponge filter. But those are the things. Yeah, I want to take essentially 3 of the sponge filters you see right next to the aquarium co-op one. It's the same size. Take 3 of those and make a massive one out of it, 3 tall, for like for now to go in 125 gallon, but eventually they would be going into my 220 gallon once I get that set up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I figure if I can do a couple of those should work really well for that. Frank White says, what sort of totes do I use? They are just standard Rubbermaid totes. I do prefer the clear plastic ones just because they seem to have a little bit more rigidity to them. They don't flex quite as much when you fill them up. But you can use just about any type of totes. I've actually got them underneath my 110 gallon in the other room because at this point I've got anywhere from 500 to 700 bristlenose pleco fry. So I figured I'd get them in totes and grow them out a little quicker. And then I did also add a pair of blue-eyed lemon bristlenose plecos to the fish room. So I'm hoping that we can get those breeding. That's my next project that I'm working on.
I saw a great tote yesterday on a video. Well, it wasn't yesterday, but it was over the weekend, I think, by Joseph, HJ or JH Aquatics.
Yep.
Or is it? I always get Joseph and Jesse's mixed up because they're HJ.
Yeah, HC Aqua and yeah.
But he was using those totes that my family's always used for toy boxes. They're like a round circle with the big white plastic ropes.
Yep.
And that's awesome. I think I'm gonna do that on my bottom row of my shelves.
Absolutely. I've got a bunch of empty totes, which is just kind of what I went with. But if I had to go buy some, I think they're like $6 at Walmart, $6 or $7 for those big round ones.
And those are strong.
Yeah, those. If I had to recommend one that you're going out and buying, I'd probably say go with what Ed mentioned, the big round totes with the rope handles. Those have got really sturdy walls to them. But if you've got some extra totes laying around, of course, just wash them thoroughly, make sure there are no chemicals or anything in there that could harm the fish, and you should be good to go with what you've got. The biggest thing is just watching as you fill it up. The top may try to flex out. If you're determined to use what you have at the top is flexing, you can actually take the lid, cut a hole in it so you've got the framework of the lid, and that will help keep it from flexing.
And it is important to wash all totes because they're made in a mold.
Yep.
And to be able to get them out of the mold, they wax those. And we don't know what type of wax they're using. You know, it could be all sorts of different stuff. So
absolutely. Very good point and good knowledge there. Precious Tranquility says, I like the cement mixing tubs at Lowe's. They're black and sturdy. Yeah, absolutely. Those definitely will work well too. Make sure I didn't miss anything specific to me. If you do have a question, the best way to make sure that we see it for sure is to either address it to Fishroom Fever or Chattanooga Ed. That way it'll highlight for us. I try and catch everything I can, but once the chat starts moving, if I look away and look up, sometimes we miss some things. Moving on from the upcoming channel features and events on to some actual fish events. Of course, we have the big fish deal coming up in Maryland. Let me see if I can get this to work for me here. I'm going to be trying to integrate some different streaming software soon, but for now, we'll just do it this way. So, Ed, you actually got more knowledge on this event than I do, if you want to tell people about it.
The big fish deal is something that I've wanted to do for quite a few years. This year, they're going down to 1 day, and it's a great trade show for buying fish, rocks, plants, anything that you want. Well, actually, I don't know about plants, but I would imagine plants. But I know that they have quite a bit of wood. Last year, John Peck did a video about it, and he got a whole lot of wood that was sandblasted for a great price. So I'm going to go there to get some wood. And I wanted to tell Zen I found my wood. I'll have to show it to her later. I just remembered that. And I'm also going for the rare fish auction. They're going to have a huge fish auction. I don't know exactly who's supplying it, like if it's just their club or if it's just all the different breeders and everybody showing up brings things. But I'm hoping to find some neat guppies to bring home in that. I know that James and I are going to be doing a late night. This is our normal stream on Thursday night. We're going to postpone it and do a late night Friday night from there. And maybe we can get Jess, Fish Granny in, and anybody else that wants to show up. We'll just do it live in their auditorium, or not auditorium, but in their lobby. And I know that we're going to be participating in a fish tank scape off, and we'll be able to take bets on who can beat who, James versus me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's even money.
I'm just there for the tank and the shrimp. No, I think it'll be fun. It'll be my first, well, not only my first fish show, but also my first entry into any type of challenge. And as I've said on many of my videos, I'm not an aquascaper. So I'm curious to see how that turns out, but it's going to be a blast either way.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring my tripod, and I'm going to videotape the whole thing. And I know that Jess Shrimp Granny's going to be at that doing that, so we'll try to get her next to us too, and maybe I can get all three of us in the shot.
Absolutely. And here's just some of the lineup that they've got for now as of the YouTubers that are going to be there. In alphabetical order: Alien World Aquatics, Big City Bettas, myself, Fishroom Fever, Fish Tank Barn. Chattanooga Ed is not on here, but we need to get him on here.
That's right.
Jess Shrimp Granny, JH Aquatics, KG Tropicals, King and Queen Cichlids, Michael's Fish Room, Peck Tech, Q Aquatics, Rachel O'Leary. So going to be a real blast. Then I want to jump real quick over into the chat because I did see a question. So let me get my mouse on the right screen here, on the right monitor. So Monica Lynn asks, hi all, I could use help with the Gravelback Python. I have a 50-foot hose. It goes down the basement stairs and up into the tank. I couldn't get suction for water change. Any ideas? My first piece of advice is going to be attach a power head or a small pump. I don't know why that started feeding back through there. Hopefully that echo doesn't persist. But that would be my first piece of advice. If you've got an extra power head or a small aquarium pump around, you could stick that on there to give you flow wherever you need it to go to. That'll also speed up the process as well.
I noticed in chat, Priscilla asked if we could swing by and pick her up. So we may have to leave on Wednesday instead of Friday.
All right, I'll add an extra day onto my
2
my
extra
vacation
days.
time. Yeah, because we're actually going to be up there. We're staying 2 nights up there, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll be up there the day before, which is when we're doing the aquascaping that night, and then the actual day of, and then we're leaving out the morning after. So who knows, there may even be an opportunity to grab breakfast with some people the day after if anybody's still hanging around.
Yep, and I'll be bringing a bunch of stickers to hand them out too.
Awesome.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, Ed's just gotten his stickers. They're a little bit nicer than mine. He spent the extra money and got the fancy laminated stickers, which I'm going to have to do for the next go round. Which I hate to volunteer Rack, but we need to get yours up to Rack 2 and add it to his sticker jam. You can either send me an email, fishroomfever@gmail.com, and I can mail you a sticker out. But honestly, if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the River Life, he's got a whole sticker jam going on that's got mine and Chris's and his and a Piaba sticker and all sorts of cool stuff. So if you're looking for stickers, that's almost the better way to do it now that I'm volunteering his services. Big J's, yes, absolutely. I will send Chappie the video of that fish probably here shortly. If I get a moment while we're on stream, I'll send it. If not, I'll send it after this stream. Yes, Dr. Black says eliminate any uphills and check hidden sections for blockages. And Monica Lynn, looks like Monica's going to be there. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be I'm excited for the actual show itself and the aquascaping, but really my biggest thing is I'm just excited to meet everybody, hang out and talk. I think that's going to be a blast.
Monica, are you going to be doing the scape off? And then I guess we got to wait a couple seconds to find out, but
yeah.
Every time I ask a question, I go, I can't really do that. There's also another show that's coming up. Lucas Brett's mentioned it on his last show. It's somewhere in South Carolina. So I was thinking about checking that out, seeing how far away it is.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the only time I can't do anything is the very beginning of April. I've got inventory at work. So other than that, I'm good to go. And Priscilla said she'd pay for gas. So there you go.
Let's see.
Griffin Fishroom says, I've got a spot ready for your sticker at Chattanooga, Ed.
Let's just go Denver. We'll see how far it is to drive to Denver. Of course, it just said everything I just did. Directions to Denver.
Denver is 19 hours and 21 minutes from your location by car and light traffic.
Did you hear that? Denver is just 19 hours and 21 minutes from...
Oh, that's all. Well, you go ahead and pick her up and then come back and grab me, and then we'll... So Frank White says, I've done Jarquariums. I think I will start some Toquariums. You and Ed have an ability to inspire me to new heights. Well, and don't forget, Racket River Life did his video on the Buckquarium, the bucket aquarium, which also is an awesome thing. I've used those many a time for... oh, wow. Words elude me tonight. Quarantine. There we go. If I've had some fish that I needed to pull or do a quarantine in, throw a sponge filter in there and just let them go. So you can't beat the Buckquarium, the Jarquarium, or the Toquarium. And let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anything here. Monica says, I want to escape. I thought it was full. I don't know the rules, etc. Is it still open? I have no clue what the rules are. And I honestly don't know if it's full or not. Jess Shrimp Granny, which I don't think is in here. If she is, I've missed her. She might know. I know she was the one that actually told me about it. And then talking to Ed, he already knew about it as well.
What I would do is I would go there, go to the website, and click on that you want to do it. And if it pops up that you want to, it's probably available.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Ed has been the front runner on this event, on this project for me. He's kind of set everything up. It made it really, really easy for me to be able to go. And who knows, maybe we can grab good old Kaler's Aquatics, who's in the chat. Hey, Bob, how are you? And
oh, Bob's here. Awesome.
We can tape him to the front seat before we head out of town. That way he can go with us. You know, it'd only be a temporary kidnapping. I think we might be able to get away with it.
We might have to pack a bunch of puppies or something.
Fishroom Fever, where's the meeting thing? I was actually going to get to that. That was the next event on my little itinerary here. Moving on from the big fish deal, a little bit closer in terms of time frame, we are doing an East Tennessee fish tuber meetup. Let me get this pulled up here and add it. No fancy transitions, but there we go. So there's the information. It's going to be February the 9th here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Aquatic Marine, my local fish store, has been kind enough to host us that day. They don't open to the public until 1, which is also going to be the official start time for the meetup. But if any creators want to come by early, you know, we're going to have basically 3 hours of the store being closed to do all the filming that we want to do. And they're going to go through and make the glass extra squeaky clean for us for filming ahead of time. You know, it's always clean anyways, but they're going to make sure it's, you know, really set up nice for us to be able to do some filming there if we'd like to do that. And then there's a local Facebook group, the VSAG, their Volunteer State Aquatics group. It's going to be announced on their Facebook page. If they want to come out and meet us, they can. And then there has also been some potential talk about a couple of people wanting to come over to my house and check out the fish rooms, because I'm only about 3 minutes away, if that, from the meetup location. So we'll probably have that option, assuming it's okay with Miss Fever. For anybody that wanted to come over, check out the fish and do any filming here or whatever they might want to do.
Asked to look at his X-Wing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've thought about putting those in a tank, but being that they're Legos, I'd have to completely take them apart and rebuild them underwater so they didn't float. Either that or drill holes through them. So there's the information for that. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a very cool event, and I'm extremely grateful to Aquatic Marine for hosting us. Not just because they're a great store, but the owner there, Kenny, he's been really great with the community and outreach. He's a hobbyist, you know, first and foremost, and that's what he'll even tell you. He didn't start up he actually has another business doing maintenance and fish tank moving and building and all that type of stuff. And then he purchased the fish store last year. But he'll tell you, he knows he's never going to get rich doing it. He did it because he loves the hobby and he enjoys it. So it's great to have somebody like that local to me that has been supportive. So
he's a super nice guy.
Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I actually had a comment come through on one of my videos earlier. It was somebody that lives about 8 hours from here, but they were passing through. I believe they were on their honeymoon. They're passing through. They stopped by and left a message on one of my videos that they'd swung in there to meet them, and that they were going to stop on the way back home to pick up some fish. So I thought that was awesome.
That is cool.
Let's see. Frank White's actually, let me clear this off of here real quick. Says aquariums are great temporary aquariums for conventions where you may purchase fish, shrimp, etc. Absolutely. Yes, 100%. Monica says that her Python is practically new, so probably not clogged. Yeah, I mean, it can happen so easily. I've had everything from, you know, just old mystery snail shells to random pieces of plants. You know, there are so many little things that can get in there and clog it up. It's always worth a shot to take a look at that and see if it is possibly clogged. The website, that website I just had up is my website, fishroomfever.com. And then if you scroll down, there's the top. You click on Project Piava, go past my logo. It's got the information for the meetup. Right below that, it also has the information it has links for all of the GoFundMes for Candy, Pam, and Alien World Aquatics. And then it has the stream times for the Fish Fam. So if you're ever curious about if somebody's streaming or when somebody's going to be streaming, those are all the weekly scheduled Fish Fam streams. So as you can see, that's filled up significantly over the past couple of months, which I think is phenomenal. It went from, I'd say, less than half of that maybe to being a nice full lineup. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Let me get my pointer on the right screen here, and I'll take that off. The big fish deal. Okay. Get through some comments here before I get too far behind. Chevy Fish, hello and welcome. I know I've missed a lot of people. Friday Fish Facts. Let's see. Can I bring a drone in? I mean, there might be some paperwork to sign saying you're responsible if you crash your drone into anything.
In the fish store?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he was asking. And of course, he was just kidding, 44 mag guy. But I'd say you're probably going to have some liability issues there.
They've got a big tank.
Yeah, they actually have a 1,200-gallon display tank. They're switching it over currently to sharks and rays, I believe, is what they're working on. But as soon as you walk in the door, immediately to your right, which they're potentially moving it to the left, they have done so much in terms of remodeling the store and adding new tanks and features to it. It's amazing. Like I said, they're actually looking at moving a 1,200-gallon tank across the room to the other side just because they think it would look better there for people coming in. But they've actually got a stocking list on there of what they're planning on putting in. So as soon as you walk in the door, there's 1,200 gallons immediately to your right, and they've got a table and chairs set up there. So if you're local and you're on your lunch break, you can, grab your lunch, go in there, sit in front of the tank, eat your food, hang out, and go back to work. I think that's pretty cool in and of itself. I'm sure I'm getting way behind on the chat. Riverlife said Peck Tech is also going to try to stop by the meetup in Knoxville, Tennessee. That would be great. I've not gotten to meet Sean, so I'm looking forward to that. I figure if nothing else, I'll finally get to bump into him at the Big Fish deal.
He's a super nice guy.
Yeah. There you go. Friday Fish Facts said Chattanooga Ed, go Chiefs.
All right.
And chat jumped on me there. If you see anything, Ed, feel free to grab it. I'm going to try and get back to where I was. Looks like Anthony's out. Good night, Anthony's fishy friends, if you're still listening.
Right now, I just have a whole bunch of highs.
There we go. Looks like Danican also went to bed. HC Aqua asking if anyone here is going. Yeah, if anyone is going to attend the Knoxville meetup and you want to shoot me an email, feel free to. We can try and kind of line things up better if you want. Or if you have any questions about it, feel free to send me a message. And hey, Crystal's Pets and Plants. And of course, Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction. As he would say, my brother from another mother. How are you? I appreciate the shout outs on your channel. I haven't quite gotten to that segment, but that is one of the things I want to talk about is Chris is very quickly approaching that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if anybody's not checked him out, I would appreciate you doing that. He's got an awesome show, an awesome channel, and awesome art. I've got quite a few pieces of his that I'm extremely thrilled to have. Yes, I have a full-size, fully functional X-Wing. I take it up on the weekend. No, I've got some of the Lego displays of like the Star Wars X-Wing and Millennium Falcon and things like that. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Of course, the missus is a huge Harry Potter nerd. So the living room got done in Harry Potter. We know how that goes. But I do still have some of my things lurking around the house.
You know what? I've only seen the first Harry Potter and the last one.
I have seen them all several times. I don't dislike them. I'm just not nearly as into it as she is.
I didn't understand anything in the last one. Just everybody dies. It's just I don't even know who these people are, but they're just running out onto a bridge and die.
Right. Monica Lynn says, "Are you guys nervous entering the scaping contest, scaping under pressure?" I'm not. I will equate it to live streaming and YouTubing. I don't really care what anybody thinks as long as I'm having fun. For those of you that haven't heard me say that before, the segue to that is, and this specifically to YouTubing, I try and bring value and entertainment to anything I do. But in terms of negative thoughts on what I'm doing, it doesn't bother me. Good luck getting under my skin. So I'm not nervous, but yeah.
And I'm not nervous whatsoever. I didn't even think about being nervous.
Yeah, well,
I'm just there for fun.
I think it's going to be great. I mean, I'll probably have, that little nervous feeling when it comes down to the final judging or whatever, waiting to see who won, going, oh, maybe I did. But other than that, I think it's going to be awesome. And if nothing else, even if it looks horrible, it'll still get my name out there some more, right? And I get a tank out of it. So, I try and look at the plus side of things versus focusing on things that might make me uncomfortable or nervous.
I made sure your name's going to be on the tank, though, as Fishroom Fever, too. So
did you? Okay, cool. Well, see, I figured if nothing else, I could sneak by and just slap one of my stickers on the front of it. I might get disqualified, but at least people would know it was mine. Hey,
and then that would be better than a loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Disqualification's always better than 10th.
Yeah, we could, there'd be this big conspiracy that I was going to win and somebody took me out and had me disqualified. And, only joking. I'm sure I'm getting further and further behind on chat. My apologies, everyone.
I hope Fish Granny hits you in the knee with a baseball bat beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, terribly old.
It is what it is. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast. Edgar Steckenfinger, I saw you earlier. Forgot to shout you out. Hello. There we go. Fishroom Fever. Maybe super glue it to a piece of slate, right? Okay.
Somebody asked about my shirt, and it's actually Alien Aquatics, or what?
Alien World Aquatics.
Alien World Aquatics. Yep. And see, it says, oops.
Very nice. I like his stuff. I want to get some more things made for my store that are not just the logo, get some actual products designed, but it's with all the other projects going on, it's kind of one of those back burner situations. Leslie's Aquatics says, I'm driving through Knoxville next week on my way back to South Carolina. That is awesome. If you want to shoot me a message and maybe wanted to, meet up, check out the fish store or whatever, say hello, grab a sticker. I'd love to do that if the time lines up. If that's something you want to do, you can either send me an email, fishroomfever@gmail.com, or you could message me on Facebook, also Fishroom Fever. Basically, Fishroom Fever on every platform. And there we go. 44 Mad Guy, Fish and More says, do we have to sign up for the Fish Tuber Meet? You absolutely do not have to sign up. I am trying to get kind of a rough guesstimate in terms of how many people are going to be there. Kind of how many creators we're going to have show up for it. That way they know what they're hosting versus just saying, well, I don't know who's coming. It's always nice when somebody's offering to host an event for you to be able to give them at least a rough guesstimate of, hey, this is the expectation. On top of that, there had also been some discussion that the owner of the fish store, Kenny, that's hosting us, is wanting to set up something like with our YouTube channel. So he's got flat screen TVs in the store. So he was, I guess, thinking about one of the things possibly would be like having our logos pulled up on the TVs and whatnot, so that people coming into the store would see it and it would get us some additional exposure as well. And I don't know why my voice command just activated on the laptop. Hopefully it doesn't close anything. So no, you don't have to sign up. We're just trying to get a rough count. And if you would like to possibly have your channel featured there in the store, that'll help with that as well, if we know ahead of time versus trying to throw something together last minute as people are walking in. So also, if you've got stickers, bring stickers with you. The store is more than happy to have the stickers there on hand for customers, and that'll help you with your channel as well. Yes, I probably did. I'd be happy to use you to promote my website. I try and get information out there in whatever way possible. So I may have Chappie.
I had lost my live chat for a while, and I come back, and everybody's talking about my beard, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I missed, but that's all good.
So Monica Lynn says, hey, February 9th is Sunday, and yes, I am about 10 minutes behind the chat at this point. I'm going to try and catch up. I might do it depending on how far East Tennessee is from me. Cool website. Thank you. I appreciate that, Monica. I am working on getting an actual server and moving it over. That's on a free hosting site right now, so I'm limited in what I can do, but at least the information is out there. Dragon Lair says, you need some aquarium cup USB little air pumps for those bucket tubs. Yes, I've got, it's just ever so slightly off camera, but I have one right there. It's actually running that little sponge pump that you can see, the sponge filter that you can see in the tank. Still haven't done that video. I've got that footage from the middle of December, and I still need to get it edited and put out.
I love those things. I run awesome. One in my tank that I just grow guppy grass in. Yeah, I grow guppy grass and everything, but I have a tank just guppy grass.
Chappie says I'm 12 hours behind. Priscilla's arguing it's 11 hours. Well, it says that's a 106 chat. The time is now 107. So I think it jumped, but we are down to the bottom. If you see anything, feel free to grab it, Ed. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anything critical.
Chris asked something, but I lost my chat when he said it, so I'm not for sure what he said. Multi-tank addiction, Chris.
There I was, right in there. All right. Yes, thank you, Sand Creek Aquatic. That's much appreciated. You know, and Ed, again, thank you for showing up tonight with everything you've got going on. Monica Lynn again says, multi-tank addiction, fish room fever. Hey there. Busy night water changing. I got home at 10:45 p.m. and just took a break. I must have run up and down my basement stairs 30 times, feeling the burn. Well, there you go. That's a good workout for you. That's where that was. Okay. Rolling through here. I will get caught up. Sure enough. Oh, there we go. That one's for you, Ed.
What's he saying here?
Hey, Ed, can you do me a favor and say, it's a me, a Mario?
Oh, it's a me, a Mario. Lucas Pretz does that. Is it Chris that makes him say that?
Yeah, Chris.
Somebody makes him do that.
Yeah, there are going to be some snacks. And then we're looking at, and I want to, that's another reason why we want to know how many creators are going to be there, is we want to do something for all the creators that show up that are helping to promote the store, is like do like a sandwich platter or something. So I want to know how many are going to be there so I can throw in on a lunch thing, and we can get that arranged.
I'm going to try to move my cat so I can get my monitor a little closer.
Absolutely.
He's been, I think, lonely that I've been gone so much, but now I can maybe read some stuff better too. I normally have it like bam.
Frank, never be nervous about a competition. What is worse that can happen? You end up no better off than you arrived. Absolutely. And I enjoy competition. I thrive off of it. For those of you that have watched my channel from the beginning, you know that, because I was on here with 80 subscribers going, hey, these are the plans. This is what's going to happen. you might think I'm crazy, but give me a couple months and I'll get there. So I'm a very competitive person, but I enjoy it very much so.
Would we want to mention a brand new person into the fish community?
Absolutely. If you want to go ahead, I'm trying to catch up with chat real quick. I fear that it's going to get away from me. I'm about 6 minutes behind. Let me run through this, make sure we don't have anything critical, and then we'll go ahead and jump into that. That way I can share it on screen. But I guess if you want to go ahead and tell us about it, you can, and I'll pull it up.
Yep. Rochelle Tarpin, I hope I'm saying that right, is from just outside of Knoxville. Oh, there she is. And she made a wonderful first video about how to hatch mystery snails. She's going to be at the meetup coming up on, what's our date? February 9th?
Yes.
On February 9th. And she just like to meet people. She can use subscribers. She has like, I can't read it very good. I really should have brought my glasses. But she doesn't have very many subscribers at all. So it'd be awesome if people would just, and is she in the, oh, she is. She's in the chat. So just click on her name, the little dots on the far right side, and sign up with her, and she'll make lots of good stuff. I didn't get to see her new one. That must have been today while I was at the hospital.
Yeah, I only got through part of it, and then I was still trying to set up for the stream, but I'm definitely going to go back and revisit it. She's got some good videos, so like Ed said, I encourage you to check her out, and if you like what you see, subscribe. So I also want to formally welcome you, Rochelle. I left a comment on one of your videos, but welcome to the Fish Fam, and it's also great to have another local East Tennessee person in the club.
Yeah. We wanted to make a fish club, and it's like forming. That's pretty awesome. We've got so many YouTubers from Tennessee. It's crazy. But really, her video is great. She did videotape it up and down for her first one, but you learned so much about how to hatch those snails. I had no clue. I really learned a lot from that video. And then, I don't know. That's things always happen when you got problems in your life. And I've been at the hospital just a ton lately. My heater went out on my molly tank behind me. That's why I decided to do my video in front of my mollies. They've dropped down to 66. I haven't even checked what the temperature is now. I gave them some warm water, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to run out to the store and get some. I'm going to get 2 heaters, one on each side this time, so I don't depend on one.
So Rochelle, there are the. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. Some people go heavy on the O, and some people don't. So if I'm not, please let me know. But there are the details on the meetup. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me either on Facebook, Fishroom Fever, or at fishroomfever@gmail.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. If you need help with anything, YouTube related, fish related, anything at all, I'm here. I'm trying to be here for everybody. I'm going to throw her channel back up real quick. I had just gotten to the bottom. So yeah, go check her out, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Like I said, I didn't get to finish watching that second video that she put out today, but I was liking what I was seeing so far. So again, welcome.
Yeah, if I had my glasses on, I would be able to read what it looks like a blue screen there. What should she say that she's doing there?
She's got the first one was hatching mystery snail eggs, and the second one was green water myth. So go check those out. Really cool stuff going on, and something a little different than the usual. Even this is not calling anybody out because I do it. We all do it, and we all enjoy watching it. But the typical, hey, look at my new fish, or hey, look at this tank. It's something a little bit different and some information. Yes. So that's always great to see. All right, I think I'm at the bottom now. Which brings me to the next person that I would like to shout out, and that is Precious Tranquility. I want to say a huge thank you to her. Somehow her and Miss Fever got together and plotted and schemed, and she actually ended up sending Miss Fever 4 adorable little wiggle butt goldfish. So I will say that they have warmed my heart, precious, and I can call myself a goldfish fan because they are just so adorable. Um, so thank you for that. But also, she's got a really good channel, and as those of you that were in River Life stream will know, she's actually the one that got Rack set up with his goldfish. So go check her out for me. I think you'll like what you'll find over there. Give her a subscribe if you like what you see. But yeah, I have to say, because I've never really been a goldfish fan, my experience with goldfish has been the standard comet feeder type goldfish that I end up rescuing, if you will, and letting them grow. But these, I don't even know what she sent me. If she's here, she can throw it in the chat. But or I say me, Miss Fever. But they are just adorable little wiggle butt derpy goldfish. Absolutely love them. And Zen Ginger says, "Hey, I post the hey, look at my fish videos." Yeah, we all do, and we all enjoy those. But it's nice to get some different videos, some informative videos. And honestly, I think as someone that's just stepping into the creator space of YouTube, for that to be the first thing you go with as a how-to or an informative video is really awesome. Even my first video was hey, this is just an about me, look at my tanks. And I ruined it, and I did it super quick because I didn't realize, that there was a 10-minute cutoff on the video when I was filming it, so it got rushed. But I think it's awesome that she started out with informative stuff straight out of the gate. So those are my first two people that I would like to recommend to you all. Let's see,
Chappie just helped me. I saw Chattanooga Ed, so I got close and read it. He said, hold down the control down and then scroll with your or the key. Scroll your middle mouse. Well, whatever, the scroll button. Make it larger on your screen, and it worked. It's crazy, but now my picture's real small, but that's all right.
Yeah, so Frank White says, you will do fine at Monica Lynn. Just take your time and view everyone as the enemy until the competition is over. Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. I think we're all good friends, but there's definitely a little bit of fun in competition. Scott's Aquatics, Morella Wang, hello and welcome. Glad to have you all here. I'm sure there's some people that have come and possibly even left already that I've missed. If I have, I apologize. And there we go. I have no fish right now. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do it. Hey, look at my fish when you do not have fish. I actually quit doing those as much lately just because it's been, a lot of other things. There have been a lot of other things I wanted to focus on. And a big part of that has been community growth. And then my biggest project is the Project Piaba Aquion aquarium kit setup. So that's the main focus that I've had lately. But I do have got quite a few fish that I actually haven't shown on video yet. So I'm hoping to do an updated Fishroom tour here in the next month. So we will see about that. And Precious said, my channel is mostly videos dedicated to YouTubers. Hey, we all enjoy all kinds of videos. So you never know what you're going to find when you go to somebody else's channel. And that's part of why I encourage people to branch out. Is you may come across somebody that A, you didn't know about, or B, you didn't realize the type of content they had and what was available out there for you to view and consume. Aquaballs is still doing water changes. Sounds like Mr. Fever took the fish. Maybe a little bit. I won't say that I took the fish, but I will say that I am fond of them. Versus, case in point, her 110-gallon African cichlid tank. It's simply there. She maintains it. I don't have interest in it. I feed it and those type of things. But it's not something that I really spend any time looking at. It's there, and that's her thing. Whereas with these goldfish, I actually am enjoying watching them and spending time with them. Aquarium is maintained by Andy. Says, what do you guys think about live streaming almost every day about the fish in your shop? You could definitely do that. I personally probably wouldn't go with an everyday, just because you don't want to burn people out / give people that feeling of, oh, I really don't need to tune in today because I can just catch them tomorrow. That's the biggest thing I try to avoid, is that over familiarity, if you will, to where it's kind of like, if I miss today, it's no big deal. I'll catch it tomorrow. You want to have people in a mindset of, hey, I want to tune in and check this out so I don't miss anything.
You know,
Certainly could.
I could see you can pay that extra money to be able to play music and whatnot on the background. If you would put like a live cam on a different tank every day and just sit it there for like 2 or 3 hours and just play music, people might put that on in the background at their work or something and have like, you could call it the live fish tank. My hospital in St. Louis has a fish tank channel because they encourage all the doctors to have a fish tank in all their offices. It's a huge, Barnes Hospital is a huge hospital. So there's probably 100 and some channels or 100 and some tanks. And when I had my spine surgery, I just watched that thing all the time. And it was on the TV and they would just pop a different tank up for like 5 minutes and then the next one. And that was pretty neat. I wish somebody would do that, here. That would be cool.
Sorry, I wanted to make sure it wasn't anything critical that I was missing in chat. A lot of times when I'm behind in chat, the mods will message me. I had one. I didn't want to get past it. Okay. Absolutely. You're more than welcome. And I hope your baby girl gets to feeling better soon.
Yeah, it's awfully late. You don't have to.
Yeah, don't feel obligated to hang out. We're glad to have you here, but I don't want you to feel obligated. It was something Ed brought to my attention. He was the one that mentioned you to me. And so it was something that we really wanted to do for you. Not just because you're new to the fish fam, but also, being local to us. It's awesome to have another local person joining the fish fam. Get through here. I'm sure I'm going to get behind again on the chat.
Frank, your channel really is a lot like that. And I was watching them, but they just, they end. So what I need to do for like, if I'd be watching your channel, just to have that constant random fish would be to maybe hit like directly go to the next video or something. But yeah, Frank White has a really nice channel. If y'all aren't subscribed to him, you go there and do that. And he's got like real relaxing music with beautiful fish swimming around.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that, isn't that the gentleman that asked us what kind of theme to do? And we suggested do a relaxation branded type set. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't remember for sure.
I think that's what he does professionally maybe too, or something. I don't know.
I know at one point we had somebody asking how they could incorporate their fish in something, and we were telling them, well, do a relaxation stream or a relaxation show. But I can't remember who it was.
Well, it was probably Frank White.
What you guys?
I got to get Frank White's autograph someday.
I don't know, Priscilla. Are you going to be in town March 7th and 8th?
We could meet you halfway. It'd only be 9.5 hours.
Right.
Actually, that'd be about St. Louis or Columbia, Missouri.
Yes, there are 24/7 live tanks on YouTube. So here's what you're going to run into if you're doing it for the purpose of gaining watch hours. From my understanding, basically YouTube has like a 12-hour cutoff, and that's when they kind of kill that particular video, if you will, of the live stream.
Well, but like if he was doing it from his store, he wouldn't be there all the time. So he could just
Right.
do it when he, starts cleaning the tanks or whatever in the morning, and then knock it off when it gets real busy in the afternoon or something.
No, absolutely. And I agree with that 100%. I know I missed some people. I just wanted to grab that comment while I was down here. And let me get back up here. All right. There was Priscilla's. So let me highlight that so I don't get lost when it jumps again. And yes, River Life is heading down to the Central Florida Koi and Goldfish Show. I think that's going to be phenomenal. I will not be attending that one, but Rack, I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time, and I'm sure you'll get us some fantastic footage from that. My apologies. I need to get Nightbot. I brought him in to get him set up for the giveaway, and I just need to get rid of him until that time comes.
I lost my chat again. I watch this in Steam, so I'm not never getting an echo or anything. But I noticed that Candy's wished me my best for my dad. He was up moving a little today, and so that's awesome. But I say that they made him walk from the ICU to his private room, which was about 200 feet. So, or steps. I don't know if it was steps or feet, and it's the Bob actually got his start when he first started into the medical industry, I guess, or medical service, whatever, as a nurse at the ICU and at the hospital that my dad's at, which is pretty cool.
So Precious wants to know about a video on the baby Goldies. I'm hoping to get Miss Fever to do that video. She's been kind of dabbling and doing some videos, so I'm hoping that will spark her, and I'll poke her on that and give her a prod, because I know she's extremely grateful for you sending those to her. So I'm thinking we can get Miss Fever to do a video on the baby Goldies, and we can get that uploaded. Dragon Lair says, back in the 80s, I had a huge Miranda that was a fishy puppy dog. He was all dwarfy personality. Loved that fish. Yeah, like I said, I've never been a goldfish fan before, but I guess just hadn't had the right ones, because these little guys are adorable. See here, lots of highs and hellos. That is a lot of highs. And a hello to Nightbot. Scott's Aquatics, hello to you. And Priscilla says there's also a show in Denver as well. I think we need to get Priscilla to some of these events. I think that's where all this is leaning. Priscilla's feeling a little left out.
I don't think they should do them in Denver because that's just too far of a drive.
Okay, there we go. And I'm sure that was your autocorrect that did that. I thought it was an Miranda, but not being the goldfish person, I wasn't going to correct what I was reading. So there we go.
There's a live bear show that I thought about going to in Florida. I think it's just outside of Miami, but or it was maybe Tampa. But I decided against it. It just seemed like an awful lot of mollies and platies. And I do keep mollies and platies, but I don't think they were like too big into the guppies.
And if you see anything else, feel free to grab it. I want to make sure that's not okay. I'll make sure there wasn't a mod issue. Again, to my moderators, I appreciate you all very much. You put in a lot of hard work, and I thank you for your time and services, especially considering I have no money to give to you.
I think they're talking about Candy having almost 1,000 subscribers and no content.
Yes.
I think I was like, I don't know if I was before 100 or just right after 100. I think I may have been in the 70s. But, yep, that's awesome. And if you're not a member or a subscriber of Candy, jump on there. Boy, I sound like I'm pushing subscriptions. I want one of those subscription shows.
Well, you're good. That's actually the portion of the show that we're at. You know, we did Rochelle's and Precious, and I wanted to talk about a couple other people. First off, I don't believe she's in here, but congratulations to Aquatic Nest for hitting 1,000 subscribers. That is absolutely awesome. I love seeing our community grow. Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction was another person that I wanted to talk about. I mentioned him earlier. let me close some of this stuff out here so this will function a little bit better. Those of you that did not come here from Multi-Tank Addiction's stream earlier, I'm going to pull his channel up. Just an awesome guy. He was one of the first larger channels that talked to me in the very beginning. I think I had maybe 50 or 60 subscribers, and kind of took me under his wing, and was just like, hey, man, if I can help you with anything, let me know. He's a good buddy. I talk to him all the time. So if you've not checked him out, go check him out, because he's got some really cool stuff, does some really great art. As you can see, he's only 28 away from hitting his 1,000 subscriber goal. Priscilla MK Art says Reef Stock is March 7th. Where is Reef Stock, Priscilla? You may have already said that, but I'm not entirely sure.
That might be the Denver one.
Yeah, that may very well be. That's a little far for me.
One More Fish with Josh said the Killy Show is coming to St. Louis sometime in June or July. Find out when, and I'll probably be there. And that'll be my excuse to visit my brother for the summer.
Right. Yeah, I may hide in the bed of Ed's truck for that one as well. Let's see. Wrong chat. Yeah, that's okay, Julie. You can type stuff in the wrong chat. It happens to the best of us. All right. And I'm still behind, but we're getting there. Frank White asks, can you live stream already made videos? I'm not an expert on this one. I'm sure there is a way you could screen capture it and run it through your live stream, but that's not going to do. Sorry, I had a fish that I couldn't tell what was going on with it. I mean, I guess you could do that if you like did a screen share of your video playing over live stream. Case in point, if I were, which I'm not going to, but if I were to play this video, it would be showing the video during the live stream. If you really wanted to do it that way, you could, I suppose. And that may even be a way for you to go back and add some interactivity to a previous video that you've posted.
Holy cow, Rack just said that Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction is only 28 people away from 1,000.
Yep.
That is awesome.
He is getting there. He should have that here in the next couple days, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll log on to my mom's computer tomorrow at the hospital and sign her up.
Scott's Aquatics is back. Recon's Aquariums. Hello, my friend. I don't think I said hello to you earlier, so hello. And D from Down the Wormhole has also joined us. Hello to you, D. Glad to have you here. Big J's Fish Keepers. So let me do this real quick, because I do have a couple other people that I wanted to shout out. And Ed, if you have anything that you wanted to talk about or grab from the chat, feel free to do so, my friend.
I've lost chat again, but
that's okay. They're going to get away from us anyhow, so.
Anybody, though, that knows of a local show, what we ought to do is we'll maybe try to set up something on the Fishroom Fever website, and maybe we can try to put a calendar of events, and we could like fill it in. And James, I'd be more than happy to do that for you if you'd want me to tackle something, so you don't have to do everything all the time. And what we could do is we could click it and say when I got my live chat's back. But we could click it and see when the event is and where it is. And then maybe James and I could put stars or something that says if we're going or not.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing I'm hoping when I can get an actual website to have multiple pages and be able to do calendars like that. So this is going to be my big ask of the night, because I think this is something that we could do as a community really quickly and help this individual out. Get on the right screen here. Melvin from Storm Riders Aquatics, who is, most of you all know, is all over the community. 995 subscribers. So if we happen to have 5 people that don't already know Melvin, you go check him out. See if you like what he's doing over there. He's a really good guy. He's got some salt and freshwater tanks, last I remember. He changes stuff up a lot, and that's one of the things that I do like about Melvin is you never know what you're going to get when you tune into Melvin. But 995 subscribers, I would think that we could probably find 5 people for Melvin, and that'd kind of be a nice surprise for Melvin to show up and have his 1,000 subscribers the next time he looks at his page.
Oh, he would be so happy.
Yeah, I mean that would be awesome for Melvin, because he's a really cool guy. So that's kind of my big ask, my big push from the community. Again, I'm not gonna, and several people have said this, I'm not gonna say, hey, absolutely, you need to go subscribe to this person. I'm subscribed to him. As you can see, I got my little bell rung there. So I would encourage anybody that has not checked him out, go check him out. You know, I think you'll like what you see there.
He's a super nice guy.
He is. He's just a really cool guy. And like I said, you never know what you're going to find when you go to Melvin's streams. He does saltwater, freshwater. And then he's also, I think, got some vlogging stuff going now with his, I want to say, girlfriend, his significant other from the Philippines. So really cool stuff.
Yep, that's totally cool.
Make sure I haven't missed anything in the chat here. And I am going to keep an eye on that and see if we hit that goal there.
I have my dad's cat with me right now, and it's just going, it finally came out of my bedroom, and now it's like looking at tanks. And if it gets close to me, I'll pick it up and show it to you. Maybe that'll be in our second show. But he is one fluffy cat.
All right. So, yes, Melvin now has 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you all doing that very much. That I'm sure the next time he looks at that, which I may, Ed, if you want to entertain the folks at home, send him a message on Facebook real quick.
Sure. Well, we're just going to turn this into a subscriber show. I think Monica Lynn would love to have some subscribers. She has a good channel. She's super cool. She's from the PA, and I'm pretty sure she's from Pennsylvania, I hope. We had a talk once. Maybe she was going to a thing in Pennsylvania. But subscribe to her. She's super cool. Okay. And Big J's bringing the tacos or the pizzas. Oh, no, he's bringing flowers. My bad. And then Chappie wants me to do a dance.
Yeah, so I've actually run through my list of everything. Again, for anybody that wasn't here in the beginning, I know we've had a couple people join. Some of the upcoming people that I'm going to be having on the channel include Bentley Pasco, John from KG Tropicals, Mike the Fish Tank Barn, Chris from Multi Tank Addiction, Jess Shrimp Granny, and Chappie as well. So if anybody else would like to reach out to me that wants to do a live stream, you're more than welcome to. I don't care how big or small your channel is. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. That's not relevant. If you want to do a collaboration, then just reach out to me either Facebook Messenger or through an email, and we can get something set up and scheduled. I do have a couple of those scheduled. So the next one, and I did just do a Planted Tank live stream with Father Fish. So that video is up. That was really fun.
That is super cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I've got, I think I'm going with an albino theme in that tank because of the white sand. So it's got a set of, they're not technically albinos, but the blue-eye lemon plecos. And then I've got an albino Cory. I need to get a couple more friends for it. And then I've got some cherry shrimp in there. But it's going to be albino type fish. Let me check my calendar here for specific dates and times. All right, so the next thing that I actually have scheduled is going to be Sunday, February 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is going to be with John from KG Tropicals. So if you're looking forward to another one of those streams with John, tune in. It's not really going to be a fish stream. That's going to be one of those. I wanted to ask him a lot more videography questions, you know, how he shoots, how he sets up, lighting, that kind of stuff, kind of get in his mindset on what approaches he's taking. So that's what that stream's going to be more about. Um, and then just a couple days after that, actually, make sure I got that right. I guess it did schedule out the day after. I want to confirm this real quick, but it looks like no, that can't be right. I wrote that on the wrong day. Yeah, it's Saturday. Excuse me. Saturday the 8th. No, hold on now. I need to get this all together here. I had it.
While you're doing that, can somebody put a link to Monica's page? Because that's her Instagram, which she's awesome, and definitely sign up with her there. But, nope, that's KG Tropicals. If somebody could pop a Monica's page, that'd be cool. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was wrong. Somehow I got it on the second on this line here. It's Saturday, and I knew it wasn't a Sunday, and that's what made it sound so weird. Saturday, February 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, correction, Saturday, February 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with John from KG Tropicals. And then they kind of ended up booking back-to-back due to the timing. But after that, we're going to do Monday, February 3rd. Should be 10:30 Eastern Time. Yeah, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be with Bentley Pasco. So kind of back-to-back that week. I normally try and space them out a little bit more. But we're going to have John and Bentley within a couple of days of each other. So that's going to be awesome because I want to get I want to talk plants with Bentley. Let me jump back to the chat now because I'm sure it's run away from me. Amok. I don't know why I'm dropping a beat, but that's probably not going to happen.
Well, and of course, none of my guppies are in front of that camera. That's my pond guppy tank.
Yeah, so again, I appreciate you all doing that. And I hope you enjoy his content because I'm not asking anybody to blindly subscribe. But again, there are people that, a lot of us are not aware of that do some awesome stuff that I like to try and shed some light on. So thank you all. I know he's going to be thrilled about that. I'm looking forward to seeing the video that he puts out when he realizes he's hit the 1,000. Somebody's saying, or Candy's saying goodnight. I don't know if Candy. Oh, yep, Candy is out of here. I've already missed her, I'm sure. Candy, good night. If you can still hear me, I hope you have a wonderful night, and I appreciate your help and hanging out with us tonight.
That was like 5 or 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. like 1:37. It's 1:43, but I'm still gonna say it anyways. Nightbot picking on people again.
Zen, you're doing awesome. Monica, every time I see your name, I think about my sister. Her name is Manya, Monya. Okay. But for some reason, everybody always calls her Monica. Her whole life. And what's even worse is her husband dated a girl before her named Monica. And he said it a couple times and he almost got skinned. It's kind of funny. Poor guy.
All right. Yeah, Frank White said Bentley is an 8-time master aquatic horticulturist. That will be a treat. Absolutely. And I think the only reason that he's only an 8-time master horticulturist is because he simply quit going through the official program. And I think he's very easily like a 25-time master horticulturist if he had actually, done the steps. If I remember him saying correctly, at one point he kind of stopped because he didn't want to detract from other people that were going through and getting their master horticulturist certificate or going through the program. So he's phenomenal when it comes to plants. So as someone that has tons of plants and grows plants extremely well, that has absolutely no clue what most of them are, it's going to be nice to get some insight from him. And he's just a great guy. He actually was kind enough to reach out to me when I emailed him. I mentioned in chat about video editing, and he said, just shoot me an email, and sent me a bunch of like tutorial videos and some information. So just a great guy overall. Really looking forward to that.
This is my planted tank behind me. I've got plants in all but one of my tanks, but this is a lasagna type layered.
Well, it's just a shame you can't grow guppy grass.
Yeah, well, this is everything but guppy grass.
Yeah, Ed's guppy grass. He brought me like a gallon Ziploc bag of the stuff, and I could probably fill this tank behind me easily with all the guppy grass I have now. No problem, pack it in there. Sharpies is just 600. What is that? Yeah, just 600 hours away now. So yeah, that's another thing. We've got Sharpies and we've got HC Aqua, who both have their subscriber numbers, but they're missing some watch time. So if you want to go see some cool content, Sharpies Models and Aquatics, who also does a live stream, which, see if I still have this up here, and I can just get to this real quick. And I'm trying to scroll it on the wrong screen. The only problem with multiple monitors is when I have my mouse on the wrong one. So there is Sharpies Models and Aquatics, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. Does a really fun live stream and also some really good videos. But another ask that I have is if you like legitimately want to help somebody with watch hours, throw their playlist on your computer and just let it run through. He's got a series on model tanks, I think is the one that I normally will put on for him. And I just let it run through. So, you know, there's definitely nothing wrong with doing that. Like I said, there's some enjoyable stuff, but even if you can't watch it, you just want to support, that's one way to do it. And then HC Aqua is the other person that has, I think he's got like, what, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers? He's got a lot of subscribers, but he's lacking in watch time. I see you over there grinning, Ed. What are we grinning about?
My dad's cat is trying to figure out how to get into the tank.
Gotcha.
It's going to fall in, but it's just my guppies, my Petco tank, so I'm not flipping out. Oh my gosh. If he falls in, I'll take a photo of it. Oh, I've got live chat back.
All right.
I don't know if anybody ever answered or if Zen did. I think Monica, last time before my chat went out, Monica was asking Zen if she would be in Maryland or Tennessee. I don't know if she'll be at either one of those two events, but I think she is going to be in the Dallas Aquashella probably, because the Zens are from Houston. I don't know if that, I mean, Zen can probably answer for herself, but I don't know if she saw Monica's thing. Maybe I should, oh well. So I'm just throwing that out there.
And I am looking forward to Dallas, which I've got to talk to you some more with off camera. But Frank White says, I can flower Nubius, but I kill Salvinia. Go figure. I mean, I've seen some people comment that they, can't even grow duckweed to save their life, but they can grow other things. So it's just one of those give and take. All right, Chris, we're already trying to get you subscribers. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just picking on you. Chris with Multi-Tank Addiction is another one who's looking for some hours. And he's got some really cool stuff. If you want to go watch some fish art, he does some really nice stuff. I've got his artwork hung up in the other room in the hallway because I'm trying to do fish art all down my hallway. But he's got some really great stuff. And it's also available for sale on his website, which I'm sure somebody will drop in the chat. And thank you for doing that, whomever does that. Chappie wants to fix your computer one day, Ed.
Yeah, oh man, that would be awesome. I've got a question for you. Is Living Water Goldfish and Koi, is that a YouTube channel or a website where you can buy goldfish?
From what I understand, Living Waters does have a YouTube, or at least I think they were going to have one. But that is a wholesaler near Precious. But if I'm not mistaken, I thought they were going to set up some sort of potential individual access to their fish, since they are set up as a wholesaler at this point, if I remember correctly. If not, somebody please feel free to correct me in the chat.
Well, I hear that they're a huge fish farm that just opened business here in the United States, and they are an amazing family. And they will help you with all of your goldfish projects. I was just throwing that out.
Here we go. Precious Tranquility. Hey, FRF, can you speak to living water goldfish and koi? There. Okay, yeah. There. That's exactly what you just said. See, you beat me to it, Ed.
I know. I was being wicked mean.
Yeah.
I was going to see how long it took you to get there. Not too bad.
Shame on you. How dare you, sir? How dare you? So apparently I'm also going to be looking for a new co-host for the Thursday night streams. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Not too much longer, and we'll be switching over and doing some streams on your channel. Zen Ginger has confirmed they are going to Dallas. I believe Chappie is also going to be going to Dallas as well, to Aquashella.
Chappie is going to be hosting a karaoke party after one of the nights, like after one of the meets that night, or one of the nights that weekend.
So apparently Nightbot is now timing mods out. So give me just a moment to deal with that. If you want to, since you're ahead of me in the chat anyways, Ed, if you'll take over for me, sir.
Okay. Jesse just came on and he says hello. And he's awesome. If anybody's ever checked out Jesse's channel, he's from Hawaii. Super cool dude. He has some good looking guppies. So you got to respect that. Sharpie's the man in the box. And you know what, Dr. Black, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time you ask for a request, I'm going to ask for Man in the Box. I appreciate you singing it the last time, though. I did. I really enjoyed that. I sang along. I've done that now 3 times to you. I don't know if you ever put that all together. That's always me.
Yeah, Frank White says he's gained 4,000 subscribers from the stream so far. Thank you, guys. I wish we could do that for you. Awesome. I wish we could. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get Nightbot out of here. I've got to go through my mod list, which is 4 miles long.
Another thing that I want to do in Dallas is, and maybe we'll ask Cheppy to figure out that for us too. I hear that their food's crazy good. So I want to go to some restaurant that has like some big ass steaks or super barbecue or something. And that's definitely something I'd like to do. And I'd like to take the Zens to that, and I'll buy him dinner.
I'm not even seeing him. Okay.
Apparently, I'm way too loud. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you say to yell into the microphone? I can do that. All right. Nightbot is not even showing on my list of approved. Okay, so if you have to, guys, just time Nightbot out. Just kick him to the curb. Like I said, I just brought him in specifically so that when we do the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, we can use Nightbot. And get through the chat here. Lots of friendly banter. Hey, JH Aquatics, how are you?
Everybody
of people that I reached out to, I did send you a message on Instagram, JH. So whenever you get a chance, not nothing time critical, but whenever you get a chance, if you'll check that out. I would appreciate it. Tinfoil Hat Aquarist, hello and welcome. Glad to have you here as well. Chappie said Nightbot did not time any mods out. I got a Facebook message from somebody, so that's what I was going off of. Knowing JH, it's possible he may not, but he also may be swimming with sea turtles. So Joseph, glad to have you here. Zen has dropped a link for HC Aqua's playlist. Very kind of you, Zen. Thank you very much. Yeah, JH, lots of respect for JH. He is constantly editing. Every time I turn around, he's doing an edit. So I'm glad you got through that and you can come hang out with us for a bit. It looks like I'm only about 3 minutes behind the chat. I might actually catch up again. Ta-da.
Oh, well, can you hear me fine now? I'm just going to talk quiet and try to use my indoor voice. And I'll try to figure out how to make myself quieter later. I apologize, people. Whenever I'm messing up, just let me know.
There you go, Chappie. Thanks for the Nightbot tip. I figured there was something for it, but I've not even gotten to play with Nightbot, so I got as far as getting him in the stream, and that's where it got left at. So looks like your audio is good. All right. Chris is trying to figure out a multi-tank addiction, how to get myself to Dallas. Airplane tickets are $350. Yikes. That is not cheap. Okay, so here we go. Here's the information I was seeking earlier. Precious Tranquility says Living Water has YouTube website and has auctions for customers. They have a Facebook page too. They are just opening up for business. Awesome. Thank you for that information, Precious Tranquility. Sorry. So I appreciate you clarifying because I didn't know 100%. I'd heard some stuff because I listened to a lot of streams in the background. Natural Aquariums, hello and welcome. How are you doing?
Well, you know what? Maybe we can help Chris here. He needs $350.
Yeah.
I have got to order one of his pieces of art. I've got to get that goldfish photo that he's got, or print. So you can count at least, I don't know if it's 20 or 25, knock that off, and everybody go to his website and check out his awesome art because he's got some great art. And that might help him be able to afford his plane tickets.
Absolutely.
You know, can somebody pop a link to Chris's? There it is. Now, go to that black, is it?
Yeah, multitankaddiction.com.
You got it. Can you kind of flip through some of his art? Because it is awesome. And I want to get his black, more. What are the bubbly-eyed goldfish called? Moors? I don't know. That's probably wrong. I hope I'm not offending somebody. But I mean, he has a lot of great stuff. And if you watch his videos, you can actually see him making it too. Oh, I didn't notice that blue. That's, well, I was going to go touch a screen. That one that he's looking straight at us. Oh, it's only 15. Doggone it. You should charge 25.
Right.
I tell you what.
Saying, no, hide it so I could up the price. I'm just kidding. Chris wouldn't do that. But yeah, awesome stuff. And it's, unless it has changed, and if it has, Chris, please correct me. 50% of the proceeds off of that Piaba Cardinal there are being donated to Project Piaba. So
don't buy that one because that won't help him get tickets. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, well, we can support multiple things here.
Yeah, look at that blue guppy. I'm gonna order that when the stream's over, and then I'm gonna get that goldfish when the stream's over.
So that's all I'm gonna show you on there. You guys can get further looks by going to multitankaddiction.com. Check it out. And Chris is saying it has not changed. He is still donating half of the proceeds off the Piaba Cardinal to Project Piaba. which is phenomenal. And thank you for doing that, Chris, Multi-Tank Addiction. So yeah, go check that out. You can actually click on each of those and get a better look at them. Really great stuff. So that's one, like you said, good idea, Ed. That's a great way to try and help support Chris and get him out to Aquashella Dallas.
And Rack from River Life said they are called Black Moors. So I'm hoping I'm saying it right.
Yep,
those are personal to me because when I was a little kid, I used to play soccer and we'd have to sell those coupon books. And in the coupon book was you could tear it out and buy 2 goldfish for $0.25 at one of the local pet stores. And so I'd do that every year. And I would raise them to about 6 inches, and then I'd go sell them and I'd take them back to the pet store, and they'd give me like $15 worth of free food, which was huge for a kid. And they were so neat because when they would kind of elongate and get bigger, you wouldn't know what their colors would change because they would be black, but then they would get sometimes I'd get red scales that would grow in that were just awesome, and sometimes it was gold. The red ones were amazing. They were my favorites.
So while we're still relatively around the topic of Project Piaba, I do want to throw this out here because we have not only another community member of the YouTube Fish Fam, but also a Project Piaba supporter. Actually sponsored my last video, part 2 of the Rainforest Aquarium Conservation Kit series, petzotics.com. They are not only giving 30% off of your entire order if you use promo code FRF30, FRF30, but they are also going to be donating 8% of the profits to Project Piaba for the rest of this month. So if you have some things you need to get, go check them out. Like I said, you can get 30% off with that promo code. And I'm going to thank Chappie for reminding me of that. I had it written down on my other list. But Chappie made a joke about use promo code Chappie to get laughed at on Chris's Chris's website, which reminded me of this. So hey guys, I mean, I think that's awesome that they're going to offer 30% off to my viewers, to you all. Diego at Petzotics is, and donating 8% of the profits to Project Piaba as well. So go check that out. Take advantage of that. That's only got about another week. That runs through the rest of January.
Oh wow. Yeah, Petzotics is awesome.
Yeah.
I need to try to get on there. I always forget. I hear in the live streams and then afterwards I'm somewhere else, not thinking about it. But I think I'm not for sure. Oh, I whistled when I said sure. If he sponsors Susan's channel, or maybe she's just mentioned him a few times. But yeah. Awesome guy with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what the technical legal association would be in terms of sponsorship, but I know that she's got his banner up on her live streams, and that she's got a little commercial for him. But Diego's just a great guy. I've talked to him a good bit.
That's awesome.
And that was one of those things that when I was doing that video, I actually reached out to him and was like, "Hey, I've got an idea. Do you want to try something?" And he was like, "Absolutely, let's do this." So Diego, thank you for that. And like I said, for you all, 30% off, plus you can help support Project Piaba. That's phenomenal. Good night to, where did it go? I thought I had it highlighted, hadn't gotten there yet. Good night to Mrs. Griffin Fishroom. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Get you some rest, and I hope you have a wonderful night as well.
And good night to Rack.
Zen's got the link for projectpiaba.org. If you haven't already, go check them out. Phenomenal what they're doing there in terms of conservation. If you want to learn more about Project Piaba, I'm going to go to my fallback. Go check out Rack at the River Life. He's got some great videos about Project Piaba. I'm sure we can get a link in the, I almost said link in the description. Wow. A link in the chat for Rack at the River Life. Or I believe he's still hanging out with us. You can click on his name and go check him out, just in case you've been under a rock and don't know who the River Life is. Oh, and looks like I just barely missed him. Looks like Rack is out of here. So Rack, if you can still hear me, have a wonderful night. Oh, yeah, there it was right there. Have a great night, my friend. I appreciate your support and you hanging out with us. And as always, your friendship means the world to me, sir. Make sure I didn't miss anything else jumping through there. All right. Sometimes I'm scared to just randomly highlight comments without reading them first, because you never know in this group what it's going to be. Recon, there we go. Recon's Aquarium says, at Fishroom Fever, did you build your rack system for your 10-gallon tanks or buy it somewhere? Over here getting creative with my available space for tanks. So I actually got that. It had been set out behind a building for probably a year or two in like a strip mall. And I asked the store owners if they were going to use it, and they said no. And that's how I got that. So I actually got it for free. Never be afraid if you see something that's kind of hanging out and junky, say, hey, you want me to get rid of that for you so it's not cluttering up behind your building? Of course, ask first, you don't want to steal anything. But that's how I got that rack. And then I just went and got some pieces of wood to go in there to just kind of add some additional support. But I think you can get that same style of stand fairly cheap. At like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. There are some really good videos out there about some of the different rack setups. And I think, Ed, you've also got some specific ones in mind that you've talked about, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that I'm going to be using for like my fish room.
Yeah, like the wire metal racks.
Yeah, I bought quite a few of the, well, not quite a few, but a few of the Husky racks. They're 77 inches this way, so you can fit two 20 longs and a 10-gallon long on it, and it's 2 feet back, so it fits perfect for what I'm going to use. And if I ever become big, which is my goal, and have millions of guppies and be participating in the IFGA, I'll maybe turn to tanks, or I'll just put another rack up in the middle and keep those turned. But my goal right now is to have a fish room that I can just look at and just go, and just enjoy. And so I'm not really going for efficiency versus just enjoyment. That's why I'm in this hobby anyways, for the enjoyment.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because you're not too far away from me, so I can actually get down to your house and check that out fairly easily.
And I'm also going to set it up for a studio kind of too, that I'll do my live streams from there. So, and then we could set up, it's a pretty big room, so it's going to have a big empty space in the middle, which I plan on having just a lazy boy for now, but I'll be able to pull the lazy boy out and put a poker table in, and maybe have round table discussions and stuff.
That'll be cool.
Rochelle's going to bed. Night if you're still there.
Good night, Rochelle. Have a wonderful night. Again, I appreciate you coming by, and welcome to the Fish Fam. JH Aquatics says, looks like Amber and I will be doing an aquascaping demo at the Big Fish Deal. I'm looking forward to sharing my love for Blackwater Biotope aquariums. Dude, that's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to meet you all. Again, I'm excited to go to the event, look at the fish, hopefully pick up some nice things. But my number one thing is I'm excited to meet everybody that's going to be there. I think that's going to be awesome. Hang out, talk to people, and just enjoy the experience and the camaraderie. Edgar, there we go.
Who is competing against Amber?
He said Amber, JH and Amber, hashtag Jamber, are going to be doing an aquascaping demo.
Oh, that's awesome. So Joseph's going to be there.
Yeah, Joseph's going to be there. Well, I've already closed that. I may bring that lineup up here again in a moment. But it's going to be a blast. A lot of good people there. Where was it? The channels that need view hours would be Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction, HC Aqua, and I've just blanked on the other one. Oh, my goodness. And I was Sharpies Models and Aquatics. If somebody would not care to post the links for those would be the channels that need watch hours. I'm not concerned about watch hours. So if you're going to play somebody's just to play it, just, to help support with watch hours, if you'll pick, from that listing as opposed to mine. I'm only about 600 away, and I'll have that within the next week or two. So I'm not worried about my time. So if you want to support somebody with watch hours, I would encourage and appreciate you to go check out one of those people for us. Let's see, get through here. All right. Looks like I got about 6 minutes behind again. Fantastic. Aquamate. 1 second. I've gotten lost in conversation.
Wow, HC Aquatics or Aquatic, and then I didn't even realize that HC and JH are different. I mean, I knew the two guys, but I can't believe I was that confused with their letters.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, that's where I was. There we go. I'm going to burn through here, so if it's not something that jumps out at me, forgive me if I miss anything. When I get back to the bottom, you're welcome to throw it out there again. That's where Rochelle went to bed. And see, I hate jumping past people's comments, but if I don't, then I'm going to get further and further behind.
Yeah.
I would just make sure when you're looking at it, try and avoid the ones that have the really small round feet. See if you can get something that's got wider feet to it.
Oh, I know. Well, Joseph just mentions that, they're on islands on the both sides of the continent. I know that, and it's like, well, I talked about Joseph for a second at the beginning of the stream, but I knew Jesse was there, and then I didn't even realize that Joseph was in here because I just kept throwing Jesse on it, I guess. I don't know. Goofy, it doesn't help when the chat keeps going out also.
Yeah, so speak of the devil and he shall appear. Diego with Pet Exotics, who we were just talking about, the website, and actually I still have it backstage there. The website and the promo code has joined us. Hey, Diego, I hope you're doing well. We were just speaking about you a couple moments ago. And then where did it go? Come on. Just one more fish with Josh says, if you guys make it to St. Louis, let me know, and you can check out my fish room. It will hold 103 tanks when finished.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm very envious. That is fantastic. 103 tanks. It makes me feel like I might not have fish room fever after all.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Bipolar Aquatics, hello and welcome. If I've missed you previously, my apologies. Fish Tropic, hello to you as well, my friend.
Is he in the club in St. Louis? I guess we just have to wait to see yes or no.
Yeah, well, we'll wait.
The St. Louis club is real cool
because you're ahead.
They got some big guns in the St. Louis club.
Edgar, I appreciate you doing that. Got the playlist being dropped in the chat for anybody that would like to help support in that way. So thank you all for dropping those and for supporting those channels. Confirmed, Ed is 1 million guppies in a human suit. Yes, that does. Knowing Ed's passion for guppies, that wouldn't surprise me.
I can't believe my pond guppies are not going in front of the camera. Let's go see if there's any there.
And I think it's because they're both island guys. That's where you're getting them mixed up at.
They're literally swimming under the camera.
Oh, you got to love when I do that. That's like when you get the lighting and the glare and everything set up for the perfect shot, and then the fish won't swim anywhere near where you've got it pointed at. Precious Tranquility says, FRF, I know you are into fish conservation, but not sure if you knew that the fancy goldfish is the oldest domesticated fish and evolved to a point that they could no longer live in the wild. Yes, I did know that just from the other wonderful goldfish people that we have in the community. And I think Chewy is also one of the first people who mentioned that about the goldfish not being in the wild. I'm like I said, I wasn't a goldfish person before, but I've really fallen in love with what I'm calling my little wiggle butts because they just kind of really awesome little fish. Yeah, if we don't keep them, they go extinct. Absolutely, and I've never had anything against goldfish, but I just wasn't a fan. I guess I just wasn't keeping the right kinds because these guys are super cool. Oh, those are some pretty guppies, Ed.
Yeah, these are my pond. I'm breeding them out for to put in a pond. They're the ones I got in Knoxville. That one boy down there, when you look at him from above, he is just amazing. He looks electric from the top.
Yeah, I heard about this, JH. JH says that he's donating rare fish to the auction as well for the big fish deal, rare fish auction.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Ed and I are both bought into that, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, if there's guppies, I will try to bid on them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bring some extra cash just for like hardscape stuff and botanicals and the rare fish auction, that type of stuff. All right. Dragon Lair, good night. I appreciate you hanging out with us. We've only got about 14 more minutes left in this stream. But for those religious viewers that are looking for something else to do, and by religious, I don't mean actual religion. I mean those of you that watch consistently on the channel. I do have the next stream set up that we're going to switch over to here in about 13 minutes. That will be kind of open mic, if you will. We'll let people come up. We can talk about various topics, you know, YouTube related, fish related, and otherwise. And we can kind of stray away from the subject matter at that point. Bipolar Aquatics has been to the St. Louis Club a few times, but 4 hours away. That's a little bit of a drive.
Oh. Where's he at? I'll guess north of Hannibal.
And then Natural Aquarium says, JH Aquatics, I certainly enjoyed the stuff you did with Lucas. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was super cool. I wish I could get some of those fish, those guppies. Oh my God, they were beautiful. The wild ones.
Yeah.
So cool.
Chappie says, Little Wiggle Butts confirmed for Precious Tranquility's new channel name. Yeah, I don't know that you would want to have that just for Google issues and branding problems. Just one more fish with Josh says, I'm in the Little Egypt Aquarium Club and plan on joining MASI when I get time. I was told 1 month ago my company was shutting down and I had 28 fish tanks in my office, had to build the room ASAP. Oh my goodness, I could only imagine. That would be a lot to deal with, finding that out and having to get all those tanks moved that quickly.
Best office ever, though.
Yeah,
so cool.
Definitely. All right, I think I have made it down to the bottom. So we've got about 10 minutes left. If there were any questions that I missed or Ed missed for either of us, feel free to go ahead and throw those in again now that I am to the bottom of the chat, and we will scoop those up before we end the stream tonight. I will say that's one thing I don't like about trying to follow along in the StreamYard chat is that it block jumps versus like one message coming in at a time. I get like 4 or 5 and then nothing and then 4 or 5. JH is curious how many guppies he can manage to fly with. GRB says, I have a very similar guppy. I call them my pond guppies because of the awesome neon silvery blue when looked at from above. And then Bipolar Aquatics.
Meg, if you want to get rid of your guppies, I'd love to get them sometime. That'd be awesome. I know he won those awesome ones from Dan, which are similar to my mutt guppy or my pond guppies. That look real pretty from above.
John Larson, hello to you, says guppies are so fun to watch, so just keep going and making babies. Absolutely. I've got my 40-gallon mutt guppy breeder over here, and I love that tank. It's one of my favorite tanks to watch. 44 Mag Guy says, you want my guppies, Ed? They're mutts, but nice. Fishroom fever.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I could swing by somehow, or I get them somehow.
Yeah, and this was several people were saying to pop my chat out. I have it, but I actually got rid of it because this is helpful in the sense that it allows me to highlight so I can jump right back to where it was. It just gets slightly frustrating. This is the first time in many, many streams that I haven't had YouTube pulled up the entire time. But where I'm going multiple screens, every time I click over to do something like this or go to my other monitor to bring up a page, it instantly pulls it down and I have to bring it back up. So I've just been going with the StreamYard chat for this particular stream. All right, still at the bottom. Looks like it. Very good. So again, I want to thank you all and congratulate Melvin, who's not here, but I'm sure will be very thrilled when he gets up. He now has his 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all helping him achieve that goal.
Yeah, thank you all. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'm curious. I'm really looking forward to seeing the video that he puts out. And there is Ed right there. Go check him out, of course. Not only because he's a cool guy and I love what he's doing, but also because fairly soon we will be swapping over to his channel to do some streaming there. I am at this point, and this is where I'm going to get behind in chat again. 839 subscribers and I think about 600 hours of watch time before tonight's live streams. So once we hit the channel goals and get a little bit of cushion on that, we're going to start bouncing over to Ed's channel so we can help support him and grow his channel. So make sure you're subscribed to him. That way when the Nocturnal Feeding Show transfers over to there, you don't miss out on that.
And I would love someday, I hope that maybe James and I can try to get a primetime spot like on Saturdays or something like that. I think that'd be so much fun. But I mean, I'm up late every night anyway, so I really do enjoy the late night stuff. I was a third shifter for over 20 years, and I have a hard time sleeping, so I love doing stuff at night.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy it. And like right now where I'm having to go in at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. So like I actually go into work here in 2.5 hours. It works out perfect because I can't get up that early in the morning. So I have to shift my day to where like I will go to bed after I get off work. I'll get up in the evening and I'll be up overnight and then I'll go in. So it almost puts me on a third shift schedule basically. Just one more fish with Josh. There we go. On top of building the room, we bought the company. So I have had loads of work to do. Just gave all employees $2 raise just to show previous owner how it's done. Awesome. Are you hiring and where are you located? No, I'm just kidding. Not close enough, but that's awesome. That really is. The Constant Aquarist, hello and good morning. And there just jumped like 20 chats on me. Lots of talk about the airlines and fishes and things of that nature.
Chappie's asking you if you need a tech guy.
Yeah, that's actually the big reason I asked Chappie to come on a live stream with me is to specifically do a tech stream and to talk about things like OBS and microphones and audio and video and things of that nature. Because I know Chappie excels at that type of stuff. So that's not going to be necessarily one that the fishy people are going to love, but those of us that are into that type of stuff and, you know, working on our YouTube channels, that'll be a great informative stream with him for that.
For sure. And I don't know any of it, but I'll be watching.
Maybe we can get him to walk you through fixing some stuff on your computer.
Yeah.
Or if you bring it on the 9th, I can take a look at it and we can figure out what's going on with you.
Yep.
Zen dropping all the links. All of my links as well. Thank you, Zen, for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, Zen is killing it with that stuff. I definitely appreciate her support. And I think I talked to Zen Ginger more than I talked to Miss Fever, honestly. As much time as I talked to her on Facebook Messenger about ideas in the channel and just fish in general. She's been a huge supporter. Her and Ed and Chris, and there are a lot of other people, and I appreciate all of you, but there are a couple people that I like really, you know, I know that I can message them just about any time and go, hey, I'm working on this, or I've got this problem, or what do you think? And Big J's and Don Gallagher are two other people that I message a lot that I don't really talk to like through stream, but I talk to them through Facebook Messenger quite a bit. So I appreciate that. Nevea, I hope you have a wonderful night. I appreciate you hanging out with us, and we will see you on the next go round. Wow, that was a lot of comments that just popped through there. There's the Chappie, do you need a tech guy from 2 minutes ago. JH says, I would love some tech talk. Yeah, so JH, also, if you weren't in earlier, I need to fix this now before I continue to do this. For some reason, it got put on Sunday. Saturday, February 1st, John from KG Tropicals is going to be coming on the show again, or the channel, this channel, Fishroom Fever, at 8 p.m. Eastern. That talk is going to be specifically about like camera gear, shooting, lighting, editing, thought process, mindset, that type of stuff, tech and creator thought from John's perspective. So that I think is another one that you would enjoy as well. So yeah, that'll fall right under there also. And yeah, so that'll be a good one. And then Bentley Pasco is coming on 2 days after that for the plant talk. So those of you that are curious about planted tanks, and maybe you're a total noob like myself and don't know a thing about planted tanks, but you have plants, that'll be good for all of us. I'm trying to catch the end before it's all said and done. Chattanooga Ed, the stream may benefit from you taking the hat off. Absolutely not. Go Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I would get in trouble if I got caught, but I thought about going red for you just to show you some support, but I don't want to get fired either because I don't make money here, so I can't do that.
Yeah, and I don't want to support you. Yeah. But I feel really guilty.
So I will throw my one shameless plug in for the night. This shirt is not available anymore, and I will tell you it's because the R is missing under the arm for room. Not a huge deal, but I've pulled it. But I got my hoodie, which it's got the logo on the front. But the cool part is, for those of you that don't know, I tell you what, this right here, being on the back, I cannot tell you how many people have asked me about my fish this past week since I've been wearing that. So that's just been a fun conversation starter. I was in the bank earlier, and the guy's like, so what's up with your fish? And so we got to talking. So just a cool little conversation piece if you're looking for a hoodie. And they're I think like $23 or $24, so not bad for a Gildan hoodie. So I had to throw that out there just because I'm having fun with it. So many people ask me, I'm like, dude, this is fun.
Well, doggone, I would have pulled out my two t-shirts of yours because they're opposite. You know, I've got the short sleeve and the long sleeve tees.
Yeah.
I could have shown off, but oh well.
Yeah, I just the hoodie specifically with ask me about my fish. I wanted to throw that out there because it's been fun wearing it and having some good conversations. And I've found a couple people that weren't really aware of the fish fam here on YouTube. So hopefully we can get them involved. And it does go up to I think like a 4 or 5x for those of you that were wondering. I've had a couple people ask me. It doesn't have tall options, but it does have some X options.
But I mean, they're really big when you get them big. I thought I was going to be smart by ordering mine a little bigger than I needed.
I did the same thing.
They are way too big. I mean,
yeah, I did 2X on both of them. The hoodie I'm actually going to give to Miss Fever because she likes huge hoodies. But even the shirt is a 2X. And so, yeah, they do go a little bit bigger than normal. That being said, it is 2:30. If somebody will drop the link, anybody that would like to just come hang out, we're going to have open mic night. Let people come up on stage. We are going to end this particular stream. I try and keep it exactly at 2 hours. So I appreciate everyone showing up. Thank you for your support of not just us, but also the other channels as well. I have enjoyed your company, and we will see you over in the next stream here in about 30 seconds. Until next time, it's Chattanooga Ed and myself, Fishroom Fever, signing off. So keep your fish healthy and catch yourself a little Fishroom Fever. Bye, guys.